This
Yeah.
is our first time doing a live in English. I'm Josh. This is Muli.
And I'm Muli. Nice
Muli
to meet you
is
all.
an amazing artist that I know from a couple of years ago. He is a caricature artist and
Yeah.
he's working in events all the time. This guy gave me so much work, and I love Muli. We've been working together for now, yeah, 6 years, 5 years, I don't know, 7 years. It's been a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. I'm very pleased to do a live with you. It's a great honor to have a show with you. I think that together we can accomplish amazing stuff and above all, give everything that we're talking about off screen to give valuable information to art enthusiasts, people who actually want to learn and evolve in their art and hopefully to have an income, a stable income from their art on their own. That's I think one of the main goals of us being here today.
It's,
So
it's
it's a
true.
great honor. Thank you.
Thank you for having this idea and for helping me and to get to this point also. You inspired me a lot and gave me a lot of work. So I'm really grateful for having you in my life and happy that we are doing these lives now once a week. We are planning on doing those lives, and every time we're going to do something different. We're going to talk as we talk when we're working together. Um, you need to feel free to ask any questions. I'll be looking in the YouTube your questions. I will try to answer it. Maybe we'll do a couple of lives just answering your questions. And for today, what I thought we could do, because Muli is coming back from work, he's being in an event right now. You want to tell us about the event, how it's been, how many people have you drawn? What was it? What kind of event was it?
Well, actually, it was a very chill event. It was arranged by the parents who celebrated the end of the year of the third grade here in a local school in a city, a very peaceful city. It's called Hod Sharon, and it was took place in a park. So we had that space, really peaceful space that it was around 30 kids that I drew in 2 to 3 minutes. If you don't know, when you do caricature in live events, you only have a limited time to accomplish a drawing and even to give it a touch of color just to make it complete. So that's the thing that me and Josh are doing for a long period of time, many years now, almost close to a decade. We can say that. Not all the time together, but most of the time we're almost a decade that we're doing this, and it was exciting. I think as much of every time that we had we have that opportunity to draw caricatures, live events. I think it's a great refreshment from drawing and painting from the studio or just going by yourself outside in nature. Being that pin of the evening, and it's always a great fun to receive compliments from the parents and even the kid itself. Even though I draw a big nose and ears and teeth, they're still laughing, and yeah, it's amazing.
It's really awesome. I've been looking through your videos on Instagram. You're posting like in your stories. It's just awesome to see the reaction of people seeing your work. They're always surprised. They're always laughing. It's great stuff, man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. They should check yours also. They must. Um, That leads me to another question. That leads me to another question. What are we planning today? Like, what the listeners, will receive tonight?
Actually,
Mhm.
while you were talking, I started
Yeah.
sketching you. I thought for like our first one, I would just sketch you. I don't know where it's going to lead.
You're cheating. You're
And
cheating.
yeah, I just started because I saw you had those inspired eyes. You came out, guys. I don't know if you know, but this guy just was working for 3 hours. You were sitting like and drawing people.
Yeah, exactly.
Three
Yeah.
hours straight drawing people as fast as he can. And look at him. He comes back home. On his way back home, he's. Have you seen his eyes when he was describing the event? They were like there was like light in it, shining through the screen. It's so inspiring. So yeah, this is what I try to catch in the caricature I'm doing right now. It's like
I
the
think that's I think to deserve an honor to mention that um you observed while I was speaking, while I was talking about my story, and meanwhile, like a good caricature artist at live events, you actually took advantage of that moment, and you saw that sparkle in my eyes. So now it became a thing that you can build the story around in your drawing. That's a great observation for anyone who wants to know a little bit more about caricature live events.
true. Yeah, yeah. In live event, it's so quick, and you need to try and find those connections you have with the person sitting in front of you to get something like nice out of it. I remember at the beginning when I was doing it, I was super stressed out. I had no idea what was going to go out. Like I've trained at home, yeah, for sure, but when you're in a live event and there's so many people around you, it's not
Yeah,
quite the same. And
yeah,
then I started to shake, and I think that all my first drawings uh, were were like they took me a long time to do, like maybe 15 minutes. That's
yeah,
that's a lot, and I don't know. They were like really stiff because I was so much concentrated on what I was feeling. I was petrified and scared what people were going to think about me when I'm drawing them.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
when I let go, and I don't really care. I've done that so many times. I don't care what people think about what I'm doing. That's actually I think another stage what we're doing right now. I'm drawing you, we're live, and it's okay. I don't care. I'm gonna make mistakes, and it's not going to look all the time good. I'm doing my best for it to look good, but we don't know. And the fun of concentrating myself on who is in front of me, and we always talk to the people that sit in front of us. Like we ask them questions, um, about who they are, what they're doing. If we're doing like a company event, we'll ask what they're doing in the company, and do they like
yeah,
their job, do what they find interesting, and the rumors maybe they got on one another, and this it help us get to know those people and better and draw them, give them better results also with the drawing. Can you tell me about like what was the the biggest like um, oh I forgot this word, challenge you got
yeah.
from doing live events for you? What was your challenging like a challenging moment that you didn't know what to do? You're like, damn, what I'm doing that. I want to go home. I want to find a stable job. I want to. Did you have one of those moments? I don't know if you even had one.
Yeah. A moment that I almost broke. Like I almost it almost broke me. Almost I can say that it was quite at the start of the event, not very in the very beginning, but it was not too far from the beginning of the event, and I was pretty young at that field, and I just found myself there, getting payment to be there to draw people, trusted on, and I was the only one there. Like I had no backup. It wasn't when I was with you or other artists or a big event. It was a birthday in someone's own garden, in his own backyard.
Wow.
So I
Super intimate.
was there, and I started to feel pressure. And a couple of things was affecting that evening. For instance, I can remember if I got all the equipment necessary for that event, if I have enough nylon bags to distribute when I done the drawing itself, to give it alongside the drawing with the nylon bag. So that thought, just merely that only thought, came to my mind, and it started to,
You start to
drilling
stress.
into my mind.
Yeah, you start to
Yeah, and
stress out.
yeah, and a couple of things. Do I have enough markers? What will happen? And I started to ask myself many questions. And then I found myself in the event, drawing the kid itself. That's the girl that she has. That's the girl who celebrates her own birthday. And for her, it's the main event. Like, it's okay if I can't draw her friends or distant relative, but it was that moment that I couldn't draw her because she was that kind of a pretty girl with not. I couldn't find something to latch on when I was drawing her. So I stuck to the very fundamentals of drawing, and I captured myself drawing very academic and very stiff in the process. So it came out so bad that her mother stood beside me, watching me drawing her, kind of an expectation. Okay, I want to see what I'm paying for, and I done the drawing, and then I show her in kind of a mid excitement, like I'm raising the paper, but I'm raising it close to my body, like I'm not showing it to everyone. And her face was red, like she became, and I was red a moment after her, like I was embarrassed, and I thought the mother would say, like I don't want to pay you or something like that. I
Wow.
think that I ruined that evening of that girl, and that day I thought that I think that I went home, and there was a thought, there was a single thought that I told myself, maybe I shouldn't go to drawing in live events.
Yeah, I can really relate to that.
It's scary.
Yeah, having the expectation behind you, and then not feeling like you're going to deliver, and the people are like, "Arr." Even if they don't really tell you like it sucks, you feel like it
Yeah,
sucks, and
yeah,
you don't know what to do.
yeah.
So yeah,
It's an
it
awful
happens.
feeling.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. I just want to say that what I'm just drawing, your your caricature looks a bit like Tom Cruise.
It means that it very resembles me because, not to brag too much, a lot of people told me that I can be on that week of doubles on Facebook. Sometimes they're posting your profile picture with a double, so I look like Tom Cruise sometimes.
Nice. So I just got your Tom Cruise look. We got it right
Wow,
here.
excited.
It looks
Yeah.
like you came out from Mission Impossible 1.
About what you said, I think it's important to tell everyone that it's natural to feel like that, especially when you're just starting out something new. That extra pressure when there is money involved, um, all that stuff. If you have to develop a skin, a hard skin like a turtle. Like you have to be tough in those situations and not to be hard on yourself, but you can be responsible. Like I can ask you, like in that moment that you had something like me, what have you done, Josh? Like what have you done after that day, that rainy day, that you felt like, oh crap, I'm going home.
That's an amazing question. Uh, Actually, this is what drove me the most in my entire life to draw. I always thought that I'm going to do drawing marathons. This was a dream of mine. I wanted to do drawing marathons, animation marathons, where I would like draw and do animation for 24 hours and wouldn't sleep, and I thought it was really cool. That's
Yeah.
stupid, but this is what I was thinking at the time. And actually, the first time I went out to draw caricatures, it was in Jerusalem, in Jaffa Gate. I came back with the same sensation that we were talking about. I was feeling horrible, and I started drawing like it wasn't 3 days straight, but in those 3 days next to the first time that I went out to this adventure and tried to draw people in the street, I started drawing. Just I don't know how many drawings I've done, but I was drawing all the time. I was trying to do my drawing better. I was trying to improve
Yeah.
because I didn't want to feel anymore this what I was feeling this day, and I don't know. I succeeded partially because I still found sometimes felt like that. Even with I told you when we were in events, it was like I'm looking at your drawings, Muli, and you rock. They're awesome. They're so dynamic. They're so like they have a story behind, and they're like he's always thinking about who the people reminds him, and I think it's freaking awesome. Once he drew a mare like Flintstones. I won't forget that one. It was just awesome. And, and I was just trying to draw people like perfectly, or not perfectly, but I was trying to represent the people that was in front of me as best as I can, but I wasn't having any fun. And it was actually, I
Yeah.
think, in the last years, maybe the last 2 years, even less, that I started like focusing, and you helped me a lot. You gave me like you did these workshops and gave information about it, and I started like trying to find how I can release this stress, how I can become better and have fun doing those caricatures. And I think I got somewhere. Now I don't feel like threatened by it. I don't care if it
Yeah.
doesn't look good, because also maybe because
Yeah.
we've done so many now.
Amazing. Well, first of all, I will never forget that day. How can we describe to our viewers that? I mean, man, it was intensive. That day, we were only we were only just two caricatures artists, and we drew like it was a crowd around 1,000 people of the whole city, just rumbling around us, and just the two of us, and there was a point that even the wind it was like a small tornado almost took us apart. um,
You're talking about the
but
one outside?
what
You were talking about the one we were drawing outside and there was like a lot of wind?
the day that we were in Dimona, that
Yeah.
that same day that I drew the mayor, and you we were back to
Oh
back.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We were
yeah.
actually we were literally back to back that day.
It was a war zone. We were
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
ninja mode.
uh, and we were checking each other. Like I was asking Josh, "Are you good?" And yeah, Muli, "Are you okay?" And like I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out.
There were so many people today. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, fucking Warzone. Yeah, it was amazing. And people are just wanted more. Even though we were trying for 4 straight hours, people are standing on our table on until the very last minute. And you know, if we were just drawing, only drawing, then I don't know if they were standing onto the last minute waiting for another drawing. I think there was a point that because because the way we drew and the stuff how we deliver it into the drawing. In other words, the fundamentals were shown through our 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 technique. Even it took us 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes after exhaustion, and sometimes that we want to add more colors, but colors are just cherry on top. Depends on actually, but the point is that people are actually wanted more, and I think when you as an artist if you are able to get that stranger around you, that feeling that he wants more of you, you nailed it. You nailed it. There is something that you're doing right, and that's something you have to develop even further.
That's awesome. It's awesome that you're saying that because I remember now actually the last event that I've been doing. I know that this is what's happening with you too. Every event ends up like that. Like every event, when you finish, like someone comes to you and say thank you for doing this awesome job and shaking your hand and it's just awesome. And we just didn't quit. We continue even when we
Yeah,
were scared and we were drawing
yeah,
really bad. We continued and now we're here talking.
yeah. Next time we will tell you about the people who actually wanted to fight over
Yeah.
caricature. It was a holiday, and the parents of the children was very excited. But I think, yeah, we will go in depth next time. But it happens. It all happens. Uh, Majestic stuff can happen.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you can't imagine even. Yeah, this is the extreme
This is
opposite of
great.
what happened in the first event or like when we were beginning. People
Yeah,
actually started fighting because we were ending up and they wanted to be like the last one to be painted and they started fighting.
yeah, yeah,
That's crazy. I decided to
yeah.
not put any color on, just a black and white caricature. I'm still drawing you.
What stage are you on right now?
Values. I'm adding some values,
Nice.
just trying to make it a bit darker so we can see all the shapes and forms pop out.
So how did you start the drawing? Like what was your process from blank page?
Um,
Can you tell us more about that?
yeah, for sure. Um, I started by actually taking um, a soft pencil brush that have a little bit of texture,
Yeah.
and I took like a really
Yeah.
light gray like we do in the events.
Mhm.
And I started like sketching the big shapes that I see. I was just looking at you, actually listening to your story, looking at your eyes wide open, and having some Puss in Boots thing going out. You know, and I just sketched. I was like, it was a big shapes. I can actually show it because it's still here, the layers. And then when I cut like the idea or the sense of uh, what I was feeling, I started like doing the line work, new layer and line work.
Awesome, awesome. And each time you're creating a after the sketch a new layer, and then it's a fine line,
No,
and
after the fine line, I just started to sketch some more grays now, and like with a bigger brush, something like soft.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you can imagine it already.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. I want to add something to the story that you look like Tom Cruise. What can we do?
Maybe it will be the next or it will be the teaser for this live. We will make a clip out of it, and it will be a teaser. I drew Tom Cruise on live on YouTube.
Like, nah, it was Muli.
Inside.
Muli has these strong
Well,
cheekbones.
I I think that we will.
Wrap it up. You're
We're
done.
yeah,
You're going to.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, it was a very short live, but pretty exciting. I think we have shared one of the most important thoughts about starting. As of course, we can talk a lot about it and actually give pinpoints like how to start, how to make money right away, or what's the mindset of an artist. There are a lot of topics that we can talk about, that we want to talk about. Me and Josh are professional artists for, as I said, close to a decade now, and stuff happens along the way. I want to share personal experience that I believe it's very important for young artists not doing mistakes, or I'm not sure not doing mistakes, but maybe to be keep an eye on when you start your own way. And of course, I'm thrilled and I'm eager to hear what Josh has to say about his life experience. And of course, we haven't talked about his family and his lifestyle that is different from me. And a lot of things can happen along the way. So it was a great session for me. I thank you a lot, Josh, for having me, and I hope to hear from you the next time very soon.
Thank you, Muli. It was a pleasure. I had a great time. See you
Me too,
soon.
brother.
See you next
See you
week.
soon.
Peace.
Have a night, brothers.
You too. Good night, fellas.
Bye bye.
Bye.